Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Dialer's Tactics. In this video, we're going to be going over the patch notes for yesterday's or last night's King Arthur Legends Rise update. So let's go. Let's gonna go straight over to this screen right here. This is over on the forum. Now, it was interesting to note that prior to the patch, we got a the most brief patch update I've ever seen. They're getting to be a little inconsistent. So all it said was the game's to be patched, and that was it. It wasn't until the patch was already out that we got. It was around like 11 o'clock my time, PM, that we got a detailed description of the patch notes. And there's actually a lot to what they gave us. So I'm gonna kind of go through it. I'm going to go through an overview. I'm going to go through the important parts, but like there is a new hero coming. You can see her in game. I'm going to do a separate video on her solely dedicated to looking through her kit to give a first look. So let's just kind of go through the patch notes that are already live, but you may have missed some things. So new legendary hero, new events. Well, they're calling this an event. New legendary hero Vivian rate up summons. So Vivian is in game, and there is an event tied directly to her. We're gonna be bouncing between the patch notes and the game, so let's go over here and I'll show you. So Vivian, you know, just like Iwaret, you know, these new banners are on a 2-week rotation. I've pulled 20, haven't got her. I'm probably not gonna get her because my luck on pulling heroes is poop. And then she does have an event, much like Guinevere had an event tied to her. Let's go look quick. I just want to give you a quick overview so you can see I have completed it all. Basically, they want you to use these heroes. These heroes, just like the Guinevere event, had increased, or you got increased points for using these heroes, right? And she is a dot mechanic hero, so of course, who do we use? But look at dot mechanic heroes. Ain has dot immunity and a cleanse. Anguish, dot hero. Isolde, dot hero. Rosier, dot hero. And the boss for the event is none other than Gorgos, who is the dot, the dot boss, right? The dot mechanic boss. So, same thing. You know, each level gives a higher level of points. They do want you to bring in the new hero and the dot heroes. And then the second one, the second dungeon, Dungeon 2, this is the hard one. This is when, you know, I think I could use the dot heroes up till, I think it was the boar. I think I managed, no, actually I don't think I passed the boars. These pigs, because these piggies like to gang up on you. I had to actually bring in a better team to use it, because I wanted my special rate up summon. And then I used it all the way through. And then this team right here, the Giants. I know a lot of you are probably going to get hung up on these Giants. I'm not going to show you the whole fight, but I will show you the team I used. So, of course, and I'm sorry, it's not a free-to-play team. Of course, it's Bedivere. It was Fire Morgan. And then it was Fire Sergius, and then Fire Lot. The whole reason is that you want to... What you want to do is you want to use Lot's, not his skill 3, not his AoE Oblivion. You want to use his skill 2 and put Brainwash on each target and have them kill each other. That's the easiest way I figured out how to do this, and it was quite a breeze. So yeah, if you don't, and I know a lot of you probably aren't going to have Fire Surges, you're not going to have Fire Lot. I'm sorry, but that's just the team that I found was the most effective. So that's the new hero. In a nutshell, let's go back over to the patch notes. So yeah, new hero, just like Iwaret. The only way you're going to be able to get this hero is in her rate up summoning banner. She is not in the legendary selector tickets. She's not in the common special summoning pool. This is for now. This is the only way you can get her until they put her back into the pool for other heroes. Unfortunately, and with her relics too, again, you know, you're not going to be able to get her relics any other way. So we get the Vivian event dungeon, which we just talked about. Raid bounty Gorgos event. There's one of those. What they will announce. I don't know why they added those, but those are the new events that came to the game. Clan activities event and the stamina consumption event. I suppose we can touch on those briefly as well. So in your events tab, you can go up here and talk. And we already looked at the Vivian one. this Vivian Hero Event Hero Vivian tab. This is just you can test her out without having to pull her, which is kind of cool. And then all the way down here at the bottom, you see we got this Clan Activities event, which they actually launched at the right time this time. Because last time they gave us the Clan Activities event was after the majority of the top clans had already beaten the clan raid, and we were unable to get a bunch of these rewards. So that's available now. Coincides with the clan raid release, which is really nice. Well, it's actually a day late. We got the new clan raid on Tuesday night. And then, just like kind of like the Happy Holidays event where you had to go after Aldry in the Frozen Plain, we have a Gorgos event. So everyone's going to be flush with gold. Flush with gold. And I briefly want to touch on something that's not quite adding up right now. So even if you were to get first in this Gorgos event, which lasts a week, you would get 1,500 of this new currency, this armament. Okay, armament. So 1,500. And then for rewards, you see you were able to get 300 there and then 450 there. So 1,500, let's just say 2,000, let's say 2,300. 2,300. And this is very straightforward. You get higher points for the highest level of Gorgos that you can run, right? So I wouldn't stress about this because that 1,500 max armament reward that you get from that event, they did add a new shop called the Armament Shop. And you see that the really good stuff, they want you to spend 9,000. So even if you got, what was it, 2,300, 2,400, it's going to take you like 4 rounds of events in order to be able to purchase one of these. So these might be a trap, although, you know, I don't know if this is a new event that's going to be coming around recurringly. And they did mention something about a Dungeon Pass event in here, which we'll get to if I ever get back to the patch notes. But I think this shop is a permanent new shop because it is very difficult to get these summoning tokens. So I'm thinking they gave us a new way to get relics and relic summons without expressly telling us that. Does that make sense? So those are all the events that came with the patch. All really good. The Gorgos one, a little weird. If I was going to talk about the Vivian one again, it feels like a trap as well. It does. Let's just go back and show you. Like the Guinevere event, I'm not chasing this. I am not chasing this because what's in the shop is, you know, people are going to be like, wow, I really want that Merlin Wind relic because they have a pop-up right now and you can buy it in the store for $70. And I'm just going to say right here, it's not worth it. The ice one is wholly sufficient for you. This is a trap. They want you to push for this. 35,000 for just 5 of these is kind of a trap. And then 70,000 for a non-selector. This is a random legendary selector. It is not worth it. All of this is a trap. What I did, and all I'm going to do, is I played through the event, and I bought all of the 5 rate-up tickets, and then I bought the legendary steed talismans, and then I bought one of these, because these are the legendary, or the mythic, crafting materials that you can't get in-game. You can only get from events. So if you were so disposed, or predisposed, to actually run that event and waste all your stamina in that event, the only things I would really buy is the legendary passive tokens, the rate-up summons, and these mythic binding chains, which are very, very, very hard to come by to craft some keepsakes. That the only way you can get them is through crafting, and this material is very, very hard to come by. So I would not push through this event. I'll spend a lot of stamina on it to chase things that are in the shop. Capiche? All right, capiche. Okay. I thought I wanted this to be brief, and I haven't even got out of the first section. So, added the Dungeon Pass system. What I think that is that armament shop. I think they're going to be giving us a dungeon to chase to get the new currency, the armament currency. Given that there isn't sufficient armament currency currently to get the highest level prizes, I think that new, they call it a pass system, but I'm thinking it's going to be the new shop that is going to be in game. And that's cool because that addresses a problem that we weren't really screaming about, which is a lack of ways to get legend or relic summoning tokens. So, and then all of this. So this is actually all really good. So they added stamina to the arena shop. Remember what I said that they should add crystals to the arena in order to pay for stamina? Well, they just went ahead and made it stamina. They just put it in the shop. It's cheap, and it's 100 stamina. And then they improved stamina rewards from missions. And what they did is they gave more stamina for this craft equipment times 5 daily mission. And that's a 500 one too. Well, this one says weekly missions. It says weekly, but I don't think it is. And then they also put in this win in Forbidden Dungeon times 5, and they added that to the daily missions. And they adjusted the requirements for logins for clans from 25 down to 20. So they actually gave us currently the ability to in-game get enough stamina. I think it's roughly 400 stamina just for playing the game. So I kind of want to go through how they do that. So first of all, the clan logins. This was already here, but now for login you get 100, because I bet you're going to be in a clan that gets over 16 people logging in per day. But this is really nice. This makes it so that people have more access to these special summoning tokens. But there's 100. Okay, keep that in mind. There's 100 from the clan login. Daily missions. There is. Let's see. Right there. Enhance equipment, or attempt equipment enhancement, 100. So you get 200. And then there's actually more. They said this was weekly. This clear forbidden. I think they said it was weekly. Oh, no, they didn't. They said the crafting equipment one was weekly, which it is. So then down here, this clear forbidden dungeon times 5 gives you another 100. So there's 300 stamina you can get. And then you go into the arena shop, and I've already purchased it. And it's daily, which is nice, 100. So you get 400 stamina just for playing the game, which is probably sufficient to do your dailies. And then it's on you to buy more with crystals. Whether or not you want to save crystals for other things in game, you know, now you can, at least. Now you can. And you can just get the stamina just for playing the game, which should have been in the game at launch. So that's good. So all of this improvements and changes, very good. Very good. They're giving us more ways to get stamina. And how I interpret the top ones, they're giving us more ways to get relic summoning materials. Now, I'm not going to go through any of this hero skill description adjustments, because for the most part, it's just wording changes. There are some things like, Nicholas, they made it from a 30% chance to an 80% chance. So they did tweak some heroes, but I read through it, and none of it was sufficient enough that I would say it was a significant change. There was some minor tweaks in here, but I would say that this was all just kind of fluff, just all kind of rebalancing. And there was even some just very, like, they added, if they made it a capital letter, it was in there in the description. So, but none of that, I didn't think any of that was a significant change, a buff or a nerf to a hero that we use on a regular occasion. And then the only thing that I thought was kind of significant in the bug fixes was they finally fixed Rosie's Hook of Death. So if you had her C8, she wasn't doing that bonus turn where she did that extra attack. They fixed that. And I don't think there was really anything crazy. They did do a big kind of a buff to boars, but it doesn't matter because no one used boars. Boar's Chivalry 3 grants counterattack to allies. The hero whose counterattack skill has been changed will only counterattack with active skill 1. The hero whose counterattack skill has been changed will only counterattack with active skill 1. So this may actually affect a synergy between him and Arduin, where she uses active skill 2. Which sucks because if that's the case, I was building a team around that, for CVC, around that synergy. And then these don't matter either. These don't matter either. So, ladies and gentlemen, very, very good patch. Very good changes that they did for the players. New hero. Cool. Hard to get her, though. The changes the stamina. Ways to get summoning or relic summoning tokens. New events. Decent patch. I would say that was a decent patch. So hopefully that all made sense to you. Because I did keep it under 20 minutes. I felt like I rambled on for a lot longer. But I hope that was informative. I hope you got something out of that. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. I hope you had a happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I will catch you in the next video very, very shortly. So, cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.